This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
Today, teachers not only need to instruct students, but they also need to know what to do if they find themselves in an active shooter situation. The Newton Municipal School District is making sure its faculty and staff know what to do. Twin States News' Donisha Branham spoke with the sheriff to learn more about the training.
Today, the Newton Municipal School District held an active shooter training today with faculty and staff, along with law enforcement, teaching the school's staff what to do and what not to do in an active shooter scenario.
This morning we did a active shooter drill. We put an active shooter in the classroom or in the school. Teachers did what they were supposed to. Law enforcement did what they were supposed to. It's really good training.
The training consisted of about 30 different individuals from law enforcement with 12 different law enforcement agencies. The school superintendent tells us how it feels to have the training at their school.
It feels amazing because it offered our teachers the opportunity to experience real life scenarios with the partnerships with the police force, both city, county, and surrounding areas.
Teachers that I spoke with expressed how different the reenactment was from watching a presentation on what to do in an active shooter scenario, and explained the training as intense.
Had we been in a presentation, sitting in a classroom, watching a PowerPoint, that information would have been relayed very differently. Having this hands-on experience, our staff, our teachers, our administrators were able to be enlightened today. We were able to see things that we wouldn't see otherwise sitting in a classroom.
It's been very informative. It was very, at first, emotional because when the shots and everything rang out, it was something that you just don't ever expect to find yourself in that position. But it helped us to, I know it's helping us to prepare, and I was on high alert as to what I'm doing. Am I doing it correctly? Are my students safe? Can we be safer? What can I think of as an idea to make us safer?
With school shootings happening around the country, with the most recent being Uvalde, Sheriff Pennington stresses the importance of all schools doing the same type of training.
Every school needs to have active shooter drills. I mean, and I hate to say it, but in this day and time, it's a must. You must do it. And as far as Uvalde, you do not wait. I don't care if you're by yourself. I don't care if you have 12 SWAT teams with you. You don't wait. If there's an active shooter going on in a school, you go stop that threat. That's your job.
Donisha Branham, Twin States News, Meridian.
It's that time of year again where you can shop without the additional stress of the add-on tax increasing your total. Twin States News' Jasmine Stevenson spoke with shoppers and business owners about their expectations for the tax-free weekend.
Tax-free weekend is in full effect, and business owners and shoppers are taking advantage of the tax-free weekend.
I always say 7% is 7%. We'll take it wherever we can get it, right? So we appreciate the state years ago claiming this date as tax-free weekend, and it helps everybody. It helps the retailers and it helps the people that are buying for back to school. So it's a good thing all the way around.
With increased inflation on goods and services, this weekend comes at a great time for parents who are tackling back-to-school shopping.
Mostly just want to save as much money, get the best bargain I can, and save every dime I can.
Every penny earned, if a penny saved, however you want to put it. And it's good for the economy. It's good for your pocket. It's good for all parents, single parents. It's just a good thing to do.
Businesses are also expecting to see an increase in sales over the weekend.
I definitely believe that we'll see more shoppers out with taking advantage of the tax-free weekend with the economy and everything that's going on. We haven't seen much change, but I do definitely think that people will take advantage of that during this time.
Tax-free weekend ends on Saturday at midnight. Jasmine Stevenson, Twin States News, Meridian.
This Saturday, July 30th, the Marion Police Department will host its annual Stuff the Cruiser Back to School Supply Drive. School supplies like backpacks, paper, pens and pencils, and more will be given out to Lauderdale and surrounding counties. There will also be hot dogs and water available there. The event will begin at 8 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. Meridian Museum Art Collective unveiled a new mural this morning called the Weidmann's Mural as a tribute to one of the longest-standing restaurants in the Queen City.
So we're just getting started, but the greatest and most inspirational thing for us is the comeback from the city. how much they appreciate what we're doing to instigate this rebirth in downtown Meridian. Coloring Meridian, making it brighter, making it cleaner, making it more vibrant for visitors to come and want to come.
The mural was inspired by the original mural painted by Meridian native Homer Castile. 6 people were injured in an oil explosion in Madison County, Mississippi Friday morning. The explosion happened at a saltwater disposal site. Madison County Fire Coordinator Minor Norman said there were 4 storage tanks that held products from oil wells. Workers were changing out 2 tanks for new fiberglass tanks when an older tank exploded. Norman said the workers had burns on at least 50% of their bodies, with one person being burned from head to toe. 2 workers were airlifted to a hospital, and the 4 others were taken by ambulance for treatment.
We had a fire we didn't know what we were up against, or secondary explosions that could have happened. Plus we had 6 patients with burns that had to get out of here in a remote area fast.
The cause of the explosion is under investigation. Public health officials are scrambling to contain the growing monkeypox outbreak. Jonathan Seri has more from Atlanta.
This is a threat to our entire community.
Officials across the country are dealing with rising case numbers and limited vaccine supplies as they work to contain the monkeypox outbreak. Now the White House is ramping up its response, shipping out almost 800,000 vaccine doses, prioritizing at-risk populations. But some are saying it's too little too late, and on Thursday, San Francisco declared a public health emergency because of the outbreak, pleading for more resources from the feds.
Our declaration of emergency is to sound the alarm and to make it very clear we are in desperate need of more vaccines and desperate need of more treatment.
The monkeypox vaccine is a 2-dose regimen, but health departments in some cities, including New York, San Francisco, and Washington, have now stopped scheduling appointments for the second shot as demand skyrockets. And now that demand is spilling over into suburban areas, despite the WHO not recommending mass vaccination at this time.
Since our number has become public to the community, we have seen an uptick and an increase in requests for vaccinations. We are seeing an increase in demand and appointments going out into next week.
Another major concern, most of the confirmed cases are among gay men, prompting fears that a stigma could become attached to monkeypox, making it more difficult to stop the outbreak.
This is not a gay disease. This is yet another viral infection. We've got to be really vigilant on this.
It's still not clear if monkeypox will be labeled a public health emergency. The White House says it's being discussed. In Atlanta, Charles Watson, Fox News.
We are rounding out a week of economic data, and there's more bad news. The number the Federal Reserve watches to determine how bad inflation is, showing it's at numbers not seen since the 1980s. Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
We're not seeing a worsening inflation situation. We're just not making the progress that we need.
Yet another worse than expected economic report out Friday morning. The Federal Reserve's preferred marker of inflation from the Commerce Department showed a big increase. Inflation up 6.8% over a year ago. Prices were up 1% month to month, and consumer spending was up 0.1%, just outpacing inflation, showing that shoppers are still pulling out their wallets.
We estimate the average family has lost about $4,000 in the last 12 months in terms of their wages and salaries not keeping up with the cost of living.
Wednesday, the Fed announced interest rates would increase another 0.75%. And Thursday, the gross domestic product report found the economy contracted by 0.9% in the second quarter, after shrinking in the first quarter as well.
To say it's not a recession is, I think, a reach. It's theoretically possible, but it is highly, highly unlikely.
Ronald Reagan said it famously and said, hey, a recession is when your neighbor loses their job. A depression is when you lose your job. Well, the numbers from the labor market are just not adding up to have a recession.
And in Congress, Democrats are trying to move forward with the Inflation Reduction Act, but Republicans say that spending bill will only pour gas on the fire. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Floodwaters are continuing to rise in Kentucky after this week's heavy rainfall, and rescue crews are continuing to search for those missing. Katie Byrne has more.
You can see all the debris broke through the fences.
Rushing floodwaters taking out bridges and roads in Kentucky and West Virginia.
Heavy rain fell across the region on Thursday, leaving more than a dozen people dead. National Guard teams have been deployed to the hardest hit areas to search for anyone still missing. Kelly Price says the water quickly surrounded her home early Thursday morning. She left with only the valuables she could find.
Scared to death, like you're going to get sucked up. You're watching a house go. Something you think solid.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says the property damage is widespread and more is expected, with water not expected to crest in some areas until Saturday. Family homes and cars were submerged or completely swept away, and many are now living in nearby shelters.
To all the families that know you've already sustained a loss, we're going to grieve with you. We're going to support you, and we're going to be here for you, not just today, but tomorrow and in the weeks and the years to come.
Early Friday, tens of thousands were left without power. The majority of them were here in Kentucky. Local officials say the high water has made it difficult for utility crews to access areas without electricity.
It has hit some of the poorest areas of the district where a lot of people don't have flood insurance. We were already struggling from some economic downturn.
Today, President Biden approved a disaster declaration for Kentucky, freeing up federal funding for recovery efforts. In Hazard, Kentucky, Katie Byrne, Fox Weather.
Your complete weekend forecast is next. Plus,
flying boats are set to change the way we travel. I'm Ashley Strohmeyer with a look at the sustainable craft promising to get you to your next coastal destination faster than an airplane coming up.